All right. We'll get started. Call the meeting to order. Recorded the present members.
Yep, I have captured roll call.
All right, I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Oh, hello. I have Mr. Rodriguez here. I tried to contact somebody in the law department. Whatever Zoom link you guys have, it's not the correct permissions for our social services department. So Mr. Rodriguez can attend this meeting here. This is my office, so
Thank you.
if that works for everyone.
That's fine.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, you can come sit here. And you can plug in. No, with the speakers like all up here.
Yeah, I could just think that can help.
Turn this up for you.
Can you mute?
Okay.
He's the first one on the agenda.
I need a motion to approve the minutes from last time.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
So I'll second the motion.
All in favor? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Very good.
Oh, same. I wasn't here.
Okay, Alex, thank you. I didn't offer the abstention, but, all right, so, on to the regular business. Right?
Yes.
First person to be called, will be Mr. Hector Rodriguez, reporting to us from prison,
No,
and you're gonna translate for us?
No, he's here for the second one.
Oh, my bad.
I quit if you
He's here.
All right, so, Mr. Rodriguez, please tell us, in your words, what happened for you to be imprisoned on this charge.
it all started during, I'm getting into an epidemic of the pandemic, when we were all, what's the word I'm looking for, we were all in lockdown. We couldn't leave the house when you can only leave when we were allowed to go out for essential purpose only, like shopping for food and so I was locked down in the house for almost a year, nowhere to go. And I was bored I couldn't do much at the house just to occupy myself, to distract me from doing something else. So I went down the rabbit hole and I downloaded child pornography, and at that time I was also desperate to stop what I was doing. I didn't want to continue doing that. So when I was in the interview, at the day when the police came knocking at the door and took me back to the vehicle, we were doing an interview, and I told the police officer that I was struggling with myself to give it up. I didn't want to continue doing any of those things. I wasn't happy with myself doing that. And I was really desperate to have for help. I don't know where to go, because if I go to see a therapist or counseling, it will still be a same result.
Okay.
I wasn't happy for me with myself at that time, and when I got released on bail, I've been on good behavior the whole time. I attended to on a hearing.
Did you go to jury trial?
No, it's a hearing.
You pled
I'm sorry?
guilty, or?
I can't understand you.
How did the court process work for you?
Because of my disability, a hard hearing, I can only hear the judge. I couldn't understand the prosecutor or the people on the side where they're all talking during the Zoom.
Okay, so you were found guilty?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Rodriguez?
Is it Lieutenant Allen on the call?
No.
Captain?
Yeah, Jason, yeah, Jason.
Oh,
It's Lieutenant.
Okay. Lieutenant Allen, are you able to talk a little bit about the criminal complaint?
Yeah, what he's describing is happened, he got convicted of several counts of possession of child pornography. Related that he had searched for that on the internet, and the following investigators that do the high-tech stuff got the tip from NECMEC that indicated that there was child pornography, and they gave the IP address. And that led our investigators back to Mr. Rodriguez.
Okay, thank you.
all right, Mr. Rodriguez, when we talk about your treatment, you can choose to have that in closed session where you would be the only one in the room with us, or you can remain in open session. Which do you choose?
I don't know how this process works. I'm going to be evaluated because I wasn't recommended or referred to during my incarceration.
Hold on, Mr. Rodriguez. Do you want to stay in open session like you are right now, or do you want to go into a closed session?
I think go close.
Okay, I'll need a motion to go into closed session.
A motion that we proceed to closed session.
I'll second the motion. Just give me a moment for people in the waiting room.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Opposed? Abstain?
Mario, can you just close the door anyway? Of course.
Thank you. Okay, so Jason can stay in, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll start.
Recording stopped.
And pause. Thanks, Rachel.
Mr. Rodriguez, who do you plan to live with if you were, when you're released?
I would like to go back to living with my parents. They are in the 70s. I want to be there for them to help them. Don't the heavy lifting with the chores. I worry about them. I'm concerned about their aging progress. Just last week, I called them every day to check in on them. Last week, they had to load up a washer and a dryer, the bed to track by themselves, and I told them, you know, they had to fight for my health to help them to do the heavy lifting. I was worried that the washer and dryer are going to fall on them, and they're not going to.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, I don't see any reason to deny this gentleman. All right, I'll entertain a motion.
I motion that Hector Rodriguez be allowed to live at 1147 Day Street, address specific.
Do I have a second?
I'll
second it.
All in favor, say,
Thank you, guys.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstain? Very good. You're approved, Mr. Rodriguez. Do you want that mailed to the prison, to your Day Street address?
Is it possible to have central location?
Sent to
Uh,
both locations.
Copies to all locations,
I-
prison and through the address.
Yeah, I'll
We can do
email a
that.
copy to the prison.
Thank you.
Very good, thank you, sir. All right. Next up is Mr. Hector Rodriguez.
Nope,
No,
Mr. Manuel Hernandez.
let me make sure he's not in the hallway.
Cisnero.
what do I got here?
Isn't he on Zoom?
Give me the wrong one. Who was the second one?
Manuel.
Manuel
Oh,
Hernandez.
that was-
Cisneros.
Give me the wrong one.
He was added on later, I don't know if you got the,
4 and 5 are on it.
Oh.
He is not here.
So do we make a motion to put him down at the bottom of the agenda?
Okay.
I'll entertain a motion to place Mr.
Hernandez Cisnero.
Hernandez Cisneros to the bottom of the agenda.
I'll second the motion.
Unless he shows up, we
Unless
can
he
take
shows
him
up.
earlier.
Fine. So some-
Motion, not the notion.
We need the motion first.
Okay. I motion to place Mr. Manuel Hernandez Cisnero on the bottom of the agenda.
We have a second? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain. All right, bottom of the agenda then. And I don't have a copy of that one. Maybe another Hector Rodriguez.
Okay, that's weird. Maybe it should be-
So next up would be Mr. Sweatz.
Come up there.
Yes, please. Looks like you are currently homeless and applying to live at 1335 South Chestnut.
Correct.
You stay at the St. John's or NW?
No, I just kind of bounce around.
So tell us how you came to be convicted of your charge.
In 2000, 25 years ago, I was 18 years old. I was hanging out with a friend, party at his house. We were drinking. I made a bad decision and approached his sister, who was 15 at the time. We went in the bedroom. We started touching and kissing, and it led to sex. And her sister came in and interrupted. And the next morning, she told her mother, and her mother pursued charges on it, and I was convicted.
Okay. So you had vaginal sex at that?
Yeah.
Okay. Lieutenant, can you confirm that?
So I'm looking at the 2000 case, but there's two other cases too. I have criminal complaints from 1999 and then 2001 involving a stepsister.
Was not listed on here.
Yeah, that was off of my record. I didn't know. I'm 99. So that was actually, I was charged in 99. That was from when I was 15 years old. It was added on to a case that I had operating motor vehicle without owner's consent. I was 15 years old, and I was living with my adopted parents and had a relationship with another foster child that lived with us. That was that.
What happened with that case?
As far as you mean, like details into it, or
Yes.
as far as like the outcome of it,
Details.
the details of it. I don't know. She had moved in, and we lived together, all of us kids and stuff. And I don't know. I was young and
Unplug this
experimenting.
quick, it's on hang tight here.
Sorry about that. Keep going.
It's a stupid mistake. It's like young and kind of experimenting and not a good choice.
And then the 2001 case?
I never had a 2001 case. I was convicted of, I was in prison in 2001. There was no 2001 case.
Lieutenant, can you,
There was a 2011, I believe, for the failure to provide information. I wasn't keeping up with updating my information. I believe that was 2011.
Lieutenant, can
Well, the two cases were one from 1999 and one from 2000. Those are the two. Then I think he has discussed them, and his recollection was very accurate as to what the criminal complaint says.
very good.
Thank you.
Any other questions regarding this before we go into treatment?
None here.
Would you prefer to stay in open session or go into closed
I
session?
don't mind.
Very good. So tell us what you did for treatment.
So in 2000, I was already on my way to prison for the revocation of the operating motor vehicles owner's consent. I was then convicted while I was in prison for the 2000 case. When I was sentenced, and they sent me to RIOC. I went down there. They offered the treatment down there. I was in treatment down there, but then was sent to Boscobel for disciplinary reasons, and I sat a portion of my time in Boscobel and then was sent to Portage for the remainder of my time, because at the time they didn't do releases from there. So I did participated in there, the classes at RIOC. I also took anger management. I got my diploma. I was released, I believe, in 2004 or 2005, and I was on probation. Immediately when I got out, I started doing the classes for AODA. I did those at the Amerindian Center. I completed that, and I had an OWI down the line. I think it was 2016, and then I did. I wouldn't call it treatment, but I met with, as part of that, in order to get my license back, I had to meet with a counselor as well, and I did that for a couple of months on my own.
Okay. And did you complete sex offender treatment while you were at the first prison?
No, I did not. Like I said, I went to Boscobel for disciplinary actions, which was segregation, and I wasn't able to finish that before I got out.
So how many classes did you get in about?
I was in it for over a year when I was there.
What did you learn?
I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot on my own. I mean, it was a mistake that I had made, and I guess my biggest thing now is I'm 43 years old. I have children. I have sole custody of children of my own, two of them being girls. One of my daughters is 15 now, and she's the age that of the victim that I was convicted for assaulting. And I just thinking back now that I'm a father myself, if I was in that predicament, it would hurt me. It would, and that really makes me. I learned my lesson immediately from that. I'm not a threat. I'm not a danger. I'm not. I was at a party and made a bad decision, and I didn't. I was selfish for that. And had I known then what it's like now, is a huge difference.
Okay.
How long have you been out of prison?
I haven't been on probation in over 10 years, or probably close to 13, 14 years. I got out of prison last, I want to say it was 2006.
And what have you been doing since then?
I own my own business here in Green Bay. I've turned my life 100% around. I own a food truck here in Green Bay. I own Taco Tones. I try to do a lot of things for the community. I have had custody of my kids since 2016, sole custody of them. CPS actually was in my corner the whole time at my court appearances, sticking up for me in court, letting them know that I'm a good father. that's what I do. I'm a good dad, and I'm determined to keep my kids from, making mistakes that I grew up with.
I have a couple of questions. So the 2000 case, was it consensual sex at that point?
Correct.
Although you were
Other than
differences in
age
ages?
difference.
Okay. And how do you, I guess for the past 10-ish years you've stayed out of trouble according to this, but it looks like you had a history of sort of repeating different criminal activities. How do you plan on sort of staying clear of that? Would be one question. And the second question is, what happened that you landed up homeless in here, and what's the reason for the move?
In order, like I said, I'm determined to keep my kids and raise them good. They look up to me, and I'm honest with them. My kids know that I went to prison. My kids know, my son is 16, my daughter's 15, and my youngest is 12. And they know that I've made mistakes in the past, and that, I'm honest with them even to a point of what I did. Obviously, my youngest, who is 12, I haven't fully told, but my older kids, they know where I went wrong, what my mistakes were, and that's a huge thing. I want them to learn from my childhood. I want them to learn from, even my adulthood, what I did, and see what I'm doing now. That's a huge thing for me. I try to show them what I can do, what I'm capable of, versus what I've done. That's one of the main things, is just being a good dad. And as far as the homeless thing, it's just, my landlord I know personally. He also started with, in the same business that I'm in. When I first met him, he was initiating a food truck. I looked up to him for a lot of reasons. He was kind of my guide to get where I needed to be. He's very successful. He's also still like a kind of a great role model that I look up to. And he was willing to rent to me. It's been really hard finding places that look past without judging and knowing all of the facts. I could sit and explain everything, but then at the end of the day, they don't want to be judged as a landlord that they're renting to me, or even sometimes they don't even really care to hear what I have to say because they don't want someone with that conviction living in one of their properties. It's very hard to find a place, and Darren, who owns the house that I'm wishing to live at, he understands, he knows me personally, he knows who I am now, and he also knows I've told him, about the circumstances of my youth and young adulthood. He doesn't judge me.
Any further questions for Mr. Sweat?
None here.
I'll entertain a motion. Or we can just discuss too. Skip that stuff. I don't see any reason not to approve. He's not been in trouble for a long, long time.
He hasn't been in trouble for 15 years, or 10 years, and he's living with his children, who he has made a very concerted effort to raise, and the CSP was advocating for him. So
And anytime I can get somebody off the street, that's a
Exactly.
good plan. So, all
I'll
right.
make a motion to allow Mr. Sweat to move to 1335 South Chestnut Avenue in Green Bay, address specific.
Very good.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Approve, opposed?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
good luck.
And
Yes.
so am I able to move in immediately then, or do I have to wait for that letter, or?
Nope, you're good.
You can go, I can get the letters out tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, on to, we got two reviews.
So we have Mr. Adams next.
Adams? Okay. All right, so Mr. Adams, are you ready?
No.
Oh, great. Seems like you're frozen, Mr. Adams.
Nope, he's moving now. He's moving.
Okay, look.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Mr. Adams, can you tell us how you caught the charge that you did?
Yes, I was convicted of inappropriately kissing a child, which was a one-time offense.
Okay. And,
This happened probably 6 years ago.
and you're looking to move from Burlington, Wisconsin to a rehab center in Green Bay, is that right?
Yes. You want to move from Burlington to Green Bay?
Yes, I do.
Are you already living here in Green Bay?
What?
No, you're not living in Green Bay now.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Looks like he's in a nursing home or something in Berlin.
My residence right now is Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Okay. Why the move to Green Bay?
Why?
Yes.
Because I'm going to be moving into an assisted living facility, and I'm at a point in my life where I need that care. My wife is recently deceased. I have 2 wonderful children supporting me, but they also recommend that I would be much better off probably in something in an assisted living facility.
Okay.
So how do you want to be closer to us? How do you want to be closer to us?
And besides, always everything, I'd be closer to my children, which is extremely important to me.
Lieutenant, can you confirm the story that was told by Mr. Adams?
I'm sorry.
Talking to
That is correct. He was an employee of a YMCA down in Oshkosh, and he kissed a 3-year-old victim.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Any questions regarding the charges or the address?
None here. None here.
Okay. Mr. Adams, you have the choice to go into closed session to discuss your treatment, or would you like to remain in open session?
Please.
Okay.
Can we do closed session with his supporters?
I think that's everybody that's on here, right? And there's nobody left in the audience.
Yeah, I just need to pause the recording now.
Okay.
Okay, you guys will need to make your motion.
I make a motion to go into closed session.
Very good.
I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Very good. We are going into closed session.
Recording stopped.
I don't,
Okay, I motion that we allow Mr. BT
oh,
Adams.
we make the motion to go into open
Open
session
session,
first.
yeah.
I make the motion to go into open session.
A second?
I'll second it.
All in favor, aye, say aye.
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 All opposed, nay. Motion passes. We're back in open session. Mr. Adams, now we'll entertain a motion.
I motion that we allow Mr. BT Adams to live at 805 Shawano Avenue, Apartment 1, Green Bay, address specific.
I second the motion.
Before we say aye or nay, does somebody want to speak? It's probably not necessary.
Say thank you.
And
I'm from the group home that he would be moving into. I'm from Genuine Hearts. And in the short time that I've gotten to know Mr. BT, he is a wonderful guy. We will be there 24/7 providing care for him. So I don't foresee there, with him being a threat or anything, I think it would be a good move for him. Close to the family, he would have that support that he needs 24/7.
Thank you. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Could I just get the name of the caregiver who just spoke for the record?
Sure, my name is Monica Turbiadis.
Would you please spell Turbiadis?
Yep, it's T as in Tom, U-R-R-U, B as in boy, I-A-T-E-S.
Okay,
And I manage all the group homes at Genuine Hearts.
okay, and that's the same address as,
The 85 Shawnee, that's the one, yep. Mhm.
thank you.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Nay. Very good, motion passes. You're good to go, Mr. Adams.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Now what?
Mr. Adrian
He's
Gard,
with Monica.
Oh,
Mr. Adrian Gardy.
I don't have that one.
I don't know if I said the last name.
That's weird because it
That
should be
is
in
the
there.
right way.
Okay.
He's the last one.
Okay, well, maybe I didn't find it. Oh,
You got it?
all right, call Mr. Adrian Gardapi.
Yes.
Mr. Gardapi, you're looking to move from 1700 11th Avenue in Green Bay to 1620 Forest Glen Drive in Green Bay, is that correct?
Yes.
And that's an adult group home? Family?
Yes.
Okay. And so tell us about the charge that you caught.
I can't remember all of it. I know I got in trouble a couple of years ago. I was on probation for 10 years, about 9 years on probation on my best behavior.
Can you tell them what happened?
Oh, what happened?
They want to know what happened.
My stepdad helped me cook mouse.
What landed you to get that crime? So what the story you told me?
A young kid
You inappropriately touched
touch him and
your nephew, right?
my nephew.
Oh, please, oh man, please refrain from telling us anything about in relation to these people.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay, I didn't tell you, so it's my fault. So, Lieutenant, can you confirm or deny what happened there?
Yeah, it was oral sex to a 6-year-old.
Okay.
We forced the 6-year-old to perform oral sex on him twice.
Okay. And that happened in 94 and 95-ish time?
That happened in, it was reported on May 25th of 1994.
Okay. Thank you, Lieutenant. Anybody have questions about where he's going or the crime? Very good. Well, do we have to ask, so do you want to be in open session or do you want to go into closed session to discuss your treatment, sir?
You can do open.
Okay.
It's okay.
Very good. You don't have anything listed for your treatment. Can you tell us, did you do treatment, what that was all about?
Well, my own staff didn't help me cook or nothing. They actually,
They want to know, did you take any classes?
no classes.
You were just on probation.
I was on probation.
Did you do any time in prison?
No.
No.
From our knowledge, and I don't know if can I say something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so from my knowledge, what I gathered from his guardian, he spent a couple hours in jail, because he had been drinking, then they released him. He was on probation for, it was supposed to be 10 years, but he got off on year 9 because of good behavior. Hadn't been in trouble since. They did not she didn't have all the back records because she's just recently his guardian. But she didn't have any record of him being required to take any classes or anything because he's been on a good track since.
Okay. Are you able to speak about the home that he's going to be living in, ma'am?
Absolutely, yep. So he would be moving to one of our adult family homes. Right now, he's in our adult family home where we do assist him with transportation, appointments, medications. We cook his meals. The only reason why he's having to move from one adult family home to the other is it really just boils down to the managed care organization. They want a cheaper place for him to live. That's what it boils down to. So everything that staff is doing now will continue in the new home. It's just a bigger, right now he's living in a 1 to 2 bed. He'll be going to a 3 to 4 bed. But he'll continue to have that 24/7 supervision. We will continue to transport him to all appointments. Everything that we're doing now, it will stay the same.
Very good, thank you.
Monica, how long has he lived with you at the 11th Avenue address?
He's been with us for about two and a half months. He is fairly new with us, but in those 2 months, we've had 0 issues. Very helpful. He attends the Sparrow 3 times a week for work. Loves going there. Very helpful around the house. He's a big smoker. That's how he spends his days, just smoking. But other than that, we've had no issues. He is a joy to be with us.
And where was he before he was living on 11th Street with you?
Sure. I don't know a whole lot. I think he was in his own apartment on Shawano. And then due to concerns of him caring for himself, like taking medication, eating, preparing meals, then he went to like a temporary home until we came in and then put him in a permanent home.
Thank you.
Any further questions regarding treatment?
Yeah, I was wondering if there's ever any kids available or at the place you're going to be staying at?
No. All of our adult family homes, we don't have minor children. Everybody is above the age of 18. But even visitors, we just kind of made it a rule that there's no minors allowed in the house. It's just adults.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any further questions?
None here.
Discussion?
I have no problem with him moving within the same organization, and I think it sounds like a good setup for Mr. Gardy.
Yeah, he's monitored 24/7. I don't see any problems. All right, any further discussion?
I motion that Mr. Adrian Gardapi is allowed to move to 1620 Forest Glen Drive, pardon me. I gave, 1620 Forest Glen Drive, Green Bay, Wisconsin, address specific.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Mr. Gardapi, you are all set.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Then we have Mr. Manuel Hernandez Cisnero. Did he arrive?
I will go check. Okay.
Did our interpreter leave too?
No, he just went to wait in the hallway.
All right. Since he's not here, I'll entertain a motion to deny.
I'll make a motion that we deny Manuel.
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor of denying, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Now motion carries.
So if we deny, can they show up next month or want to come on next month?
I'll reach out to his probation officer, find out why he didn't show up.
Okay.
So we would just review it at the next meeting or whenever it's
shows
on.
up,
Yeah.
Any other board business that we need to be aware of?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
You are.
Yeah? Any other? Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll second the motion to adjourn.
Make the motion first.
Oh, I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank
We
you,
are still
everybody.
figuring all this out.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Who seconded the motion to adjourn?
Thank you.
Who seconded?
I second it.
Okay.
We're still figuring it all out over here, but we're doing better.
Meeting
we announce our next
say,
meeting?
all in favor, and everybody says aye. And then somebody says, any.
Recording